Happy Thursday. Happy Thriving Thursday. Yo, is this thing on? Can somebody hear me out there? Is this thing on, yo? Where is my people? Where y'all at, yo? Is somebody out? Happy Thursday. Yo, where's y'all at, yo? What's up, man? How y'all doing, yo? How y'all feeling? Hey, yo, hold up. Hold up. Hold. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, how y'all doing, yo? Stop playing, yo. I ain't never late, yo. I ain't never ever late, yo. I don't know why y'all be trying to do that to me, yo. What's up? How y'all feeling, yo? How y'all doing today, yo? You know I love a good Thursday. I love a good Thursday followed by a great Wednesday. What's up, yo? Hey, yo, where the Can You Hear Me crew, yo? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yo, what's up, yo? Stop playing, yo. Yo, can y'all hear me, yo? Or nah, yo? What's up, yo? Let me know, yo. Y'all already know how we do, yo. We working through the tech challenges. We gonna make it, yo. I promise you, yo. Yo, she said, nah, you can't hear me. Yo, Chaos Smoothies. Chaos Smoothies. Is that you at the top of the list, baby? What's up, yo? Chaos Smoothies. Yo, we know you a winner, but I don't think I ever see you in Breezy Spot, though, yo. What's up, yo? How you doing? Good to see you, yo. Always good to see you. How you feeling? Jono J, what's up, Jono J? What's up, Trackstar? How you doing? Hey, yo, that's right, yo. Can y'all hear me? That's the Can You Hear Me crew, yo. What's up, Trackstar? Yo, that is crazy. Yo, said it's different up here. I know that's right, Chaos Smoothies. Yo, that air. Yo, you got to take it in. You got to do some of this. That's that success air you breathing in. You got to breathe it in and breathe it out, yo. Yes, yo. I loves it up here. But, yo, let me hurry up, though, because if y'all was watching the stories, y'all know, yo, we got Baltimore City Police Department coming today, yo. We got Baltimore City Police Department coming today. And yo, I don't know if they're going to get into like details and stuff about the project that they're going to have, but we're going to have an opportunity for like maybe 6 to 8 heartbeats to work directly with Baltimore City on some stuff that's impacting youth in Baltimore. So like, yeah, it's about to be real. Yo, it's about to be really real. But yes, what's up, yo? How you feeling, yo? Yo, I can ask about yours. Hey, yo, ask about whatever you want to ask. I know for the purposes of what they're going to be doing, it's going to be like Baltimore specific. It's stuff that the police department wants to change for Baltimore specific. But absolutely, like, feel free to ask whatever it is that you want to ask. And if you happen to be on this project working with them, then like that's even better, because then you can just like really get into like all things policing. Like, so yes, and yes, more yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate that question. What's up, Tizzy Tay? Good to see you. How you feeling? Yo, what's up, Nisi Pooh? How you doing? Good to see you. G Channel, aka the Gun Channel. What's up, yo? How you feeling, yo? Hey, Nina, what's up? How you doing, yo? Naeem, aka Elaborate, aka Tech Guy. What's up, yo? How you feeling? Tay Bands, what's up, Tay Bands? Y'all, shout out Tay Bands, yo, because I know she ain't tell y'all. Tay Bands is on the project working with some other community organizations. Of course, she's representing Heart Smiles, like, duh. But she's basically helping them put together this whole, like, event. So it's going to be, like, different performers and speakers and all that type of stuff like that. Like, yeah, she gonna be doing that. She's leading that on behalf of Heart Smile. So shout out to you. Hey, yo, Ari said, can y'all petition my jaw? I'm a slave. Hey, Ari, don't even get me started, yo, because you should have been on some of these big projects, making triple with them slave owners got you making, yo. Don't even play. Tell me who I need to call, yo. I'm going to tell them to let my people go. Get your little shackles off, yo. I got you, yo. What's up, Lene the Activist? How you feeling, yo? What's up? Yo, Lene the Activist is crazy, yo. Tell her stop playing with us, yo. Playing. Go and try to do a whole daggone reading last night. Old Foot Locker. Man, listen. Yes, let me know who to talk to, yo. They need to stop trying to break your back, yo, over a couple pair of shoes, yo, and don't even be having all the latest new releases. But you know what? All right, I got you, yo. I got you. What's up, Fatima? Good to see you, yo. How you feeling? How you doing? Yo, Coach Johnson in here with us tonight. What's up, Coach Johnson? Yo, good to see you, Coach Johnson. How you doing, yo? I ain't seen Coach in a minute, yo. How he gonna come and just say like he gonna just take over next Thursday? Like Trackstar, I think Trackstar got next Thursday on lock for real. Don't you, Trackstar? I gotta check my calendar. But like, yo, you already know, yo. We would love to have you, yo. But what's up? How you feeling? Anaya! What's up, Anaya? Good to see you, yo. Always good to see you. Chelsea. What's up, Chelsea? How you feeling, yo? Look, King Core already trying to get the hookup, yo. All right, hey, yo. See, Ari, that's why you can't put your stuff out there, yo. Because the ninjas, here they come, yo. Here they come. What's up, King Core? Yo, how you feeling? Jono J, what's up, Jono J? How you doing, yo? Always good to see you. What's up, Ken? How you feeling, Ken? Trackstar, you said the week after. You might be right. All I know is everybody got like all the April book, pretty much. Like, yeah. So we're gonna have to work that out. But yeah, we're gonna have some really, really, really good sessions, yo. For sure, for sure. Lamar, what's up, Wavy Way? Good to see you, Wavy Way. AK Cool. I already know, man. I love me some shoes too, yo. I already know. You ain't even gotta tell me. Already. Yo. I know that's right, Tay Bass. Try to bless somebody, yo. Yes, yo. Let's get into it. What's up, Tanaya? How you feeling? Good to see you. McGraw family. What's up, McGraw family? How you doing? Yo, hey, Mr. Mike, I ain't never forget. You definitely still owe me, yo. Yes, I want my steak, mashed potatoes, and asparagus, yo. Let's do it. What's up, Mr. Mike? Always good to see you. Charles, Big 16. What's up, Big 16? How you feeling, yo? Always good to see you. Always, always. Bree, Candy Kebabs, Bree. What's up, yo? Y'all, make sure y'all show Candy Kebabs, Bree, all the love, yo. She be working hard. She just, yo, she be doing it all and still trying to get up with us, yo. Hey, Charles, don't play with me. Don't do no Jordan on me, yo. I never forget you. I just shouted you out. I said, yo, Big 16. Hey, never mind. Yo, stop playing, yo. What's up, Ma? Y'all see my mother in here. Lyrical J. What's up, Lyrical J? Yo, Beats in here with us? What's up, Beats? Yo, you know it gotta be a special day anytime Beats in here with us, yo. Cause Beats don't really be rocking with us like that, yo. Beats don't really hit us up until it's time for his music channel, yo. What's up, Beats? Yo, what's good, yo? Always good to see you, yo. Always. Elder, what's up, Elder? Yo, always good to see you. Yo, B says the music track happening today. Yeah, the music track happening today, yo. Yes, and yes. Absolutely, yo. So why you got, yo. Hey, Beats, I gotta let them know because you don't really be banging with us like that, yo. We can only catch you on the music channel, yo. That's it, yo. We can only catch you on the music channel, but it's all love. You already, yo. Oh man. Hey, yo, is my man King Cool? I keep messing up my man's name. I keep wanting to call him Snooki. It's something like that. I know it begin with an S, yo. Is my man Snooki on here? Because Snooki first came yesterday on Winning Wednesday and was already adding value. My man's came all the way from Canada. Snooki, if you on here, let me know, yo, so I can shout you out. Anybody on here, is it your first Thriving Thursday, yo? If it's anybody on here, if it's your first Thriving Thursday, yo, let me know so we can shout you out. Oh, Elaborate said it's Stunner. That's right. You're right. I knew it was an S, though. You know, I be messing up my name sometimes, but I knew it was an S, yo. We good on that, though, yo. Tizzy Tay, stop playing, yo. It's the first Thriving Thursday. Hey, yo, stop playing, yo. Yo, where is my peoples? Yo, if you wanted the link, let me know. Raised in Cherry Hill, what's up? Always good to have you. If you wanted the link, yo, let me know, because it looked like Laneda Activist is bluffing us out, yo. So if you wanted the link, if you wanted to come and be on with the police department, yo, hit me up. Let me know. Hey, Quadia, I hope I said that right. Is this your first Thriving Thursday? Yep. So my name, Jeff. Hey, yo, stop playing. Yeah, Tay Bands with the car. Yo, I know that's right. Yeah. Congrats. Hey, yo, stop playing, yo. Yo, send me a message if you want this link. I'm pretty sure Laneda Activist done bluffed us out, yo. She was supposed to be on here, yo. Oh, you know what, Raised in Cherry Hill? I didn't even put that together that was your name. I just be calling you Cherry Hill, yo. But what's up, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you as always, yo. Yes. Man. Oh, you know what else I forgot to tell y'all? And yo, look, yo. Don't be mad, because we can only pick, yo, 5 people, yo. 5 people. Yeah. Hold up, y'all. Hang on, because Laneda Activist said, yo, it says she can't. Hold up. It says she can't join. Hold up. We got to figure this out. She in the ghetto. While I do this, though, yo, but y'all, don't be mad, yo. I got an opportunity for 5 people to come with us planting trees. I know, y'all. I know. It's tough. I would definitely love to have more, but yo, this COVID situation is messing us up big time. But I got space for 5 people. I didn't want to post it because I wanted to ask y'all here first to see who was interested. It's going to be during school time, though. So, like, we can get you a note and everything for school, for, like, community service and all that type of stuff. But you got to make sure you got parental permission. It's on April the 22nd. That is a Thursday. It's on April the 22nd. That's a Thursday. And, yo, we're going to be planting trees for, like, I don't know, 10 blocks, something like that. So, like, yo, it's going to be serious. It's going to be serious. So you got to come ready to really work. And anybody who did this with us last year, y'all already know, like, how it is. Like, we have a lot of fun. It's hard work. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. It's hard work, but we have a lot of fun. I think the mayor is supposed to be there, like some other community people and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, y'all, that we could only do 5, but let me know if you're interested, and we're going to do it like that. All right, y'all. We trying to work on getting Laneda Activist here. I don't know what's up with her ghetto situation, but I got my mans here. Let's get my mans on, y'all. Mr. Bill. Baltimore City Police. Hey, Mr. Bill.
Hello. Thank you for letting me stop in. How are you?
Oh, man, I can't hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Let me see. It don't say you on mute. Say something, Mr. Bill.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. Hey, yo. It don't say that you muted either. I don't know. You might got. Oh, you say. Oh, they can hear you. Oh, that's on me then. I ain't going. That's on me. All right, say something, Mr. Bill.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yo, I was about to run you through the ringer, and the whole time that's on me. Thank y'all so much. Here we go. Here go your partner in crime. I ain't even about to mess up your name. I know in my mind how to say it, but you gotta tell us again.
Fabian.
Nice
to see you again, Joni. Right.
Yes, the coolest people I ever met from Baltimore City Police Department.
Thank you. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys too. Do y'all have the chat up? Because y'all getting a lot of love.
Hey everybody.
How do I do that?
There's a chat on the side.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, if you pull up YouTube on another device, yeah, you can see it. They're giving y'all a lot of love.
That's really nice of them. We're really excited to be able to come and meet with everyone. We've heard a lot about the amazing things that you all are doing. We've heard it from Hopkins, we've heard it from city agencies. So we're really excited that you are allowing us to come and join your space for a little bit today.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and kind of take it away. Like, tell us what brings you here today.
Yeah. Would we be able to share our screen? We have a little presentation. Okay.
Yes, let's do it.
Let me try to figure this out. Let me know when you're ready. I think it says I can't over here. Give me a second.
It say you can't. You should be able to. See.
No. Maybe. Let me see.
It should be the button right next to the video button.
Okay.
Look, Beats already said put him in. He want to work with y'all.
Oh, perfect.
You got somebody already.
Do you see my screen here? This PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It's really small though, Fabian. It's not in presentation mode.
Oh, strange. It says, let me see.
Thank you, Chaos Smoothies, because you know it ain't easy.
From beginning, do you see it big right here?
We don't see the actual presentation. We just see like the part where you edit your presentation.
Strange. Let me stop sharing and try to figure it out.
Yeah, no problem. They already pumped already. Lyrical J said we always had the best guests because they're excited to have y'all here today. And earlier, Bree had asked, she said, would I be able to ask them anything about George Floyd? I told her, like, look, ask whatever it is that you want to ask. And especially if you get on this project, that's even more room for you to be able to ask. But just FYI, that's some of the things that people were already thinking about.
Yeah, that's right. No questions are off limits. We may not be able to answer every question. So there may be some things you ask where we say we have to get back to you because we don't know the answer. But you can ask any question and we'll give you whatever information that we can. And if we can't get it to you today, we'll send it to Joni to send to you later.
Fair enough.
How does this look now? Still the same?
That works. It's big enough, I think.
It's much bigger, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing how to make it any bigger. Hopefully y'all can see it. I'll start us off. So I'm Fabian. I'm a reform manager. I work for the Baltimore Police Department. And what I work on are policies to help us get to some reforms that are in place due to the consent decree. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about throughout this presentation. Bill, did you already introduce yourself?
I did not. Hi, everybody. My name is Bill Joyner, and I'm the equity officer for the police department. And so my job is to make sure that nobody's access to safety or justice or opportunity is limited by their identity, the way they look, their race, their gender, those kinds of things. And because the police department has a history of not protecting people's access to justice and safety, especially if you are Black or if you were young or if you were homeless, like lots of other things that people couldn't control. The police, we did not do a good job of protecting everyone's rights. So I'm one of the people, along with Ms. Fabian and others, who have been hired to help change that so that everybody can feel safe in Baltimore, no matter what they look like or where they live.
Absolutely perfect. So I cannot see any the chat as questions come up. So if I'm talking about something and folks want to ask questions, just flag it for me. But for this presentation, we're going to do a little bit of an overview of the consent decree. We're going to talk about a specific topic, that being youth, and how it applies to the consent decree. A little bit about what to expect from an officer if you're ever in a police encounter, and then some questions and answers. Hopefully that sounds okay to folks. So what is a consent decree? Have y'all heard of this before? Is this ringing any bells for folks? Feel free to put some comments into the chat, though I can't see it. And Joni and Bill, if anything comes up, let me know. But I want to know what folks know already about the consent decree.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely let you know. And some of the heartbeats are actually trying to join us on here, but so far no comments yet. Just Trackstar asks, just generally, is it hard to keep control of making sure we all have safety?
Okay, we'll definitely talk about that. And this relates to that question, actually. So a consent decree is basically a big document, a huge method of reforming a police department. And the Baltimore Police Department is under a consent decree, which has huge implications on the organization of the department, what we do, and how we do it. So it's a document that tells the police how to be better officers and the department how to be a better department. And there are multiple hundreds and thousands of tasks and action items that are arranged in this document. We're not the only police department to be under a consent decree, have this document that we've got to go by, but we have the biggest consent decree, okay, out of all of the departments. Why are we under a consent decree? Because of a lot of what Bill has talked about before. What happened was that the Department of Justice came into Baltimore and investigated the Baltimore City Police Department. They were not investigating individual officers, but they were investigating the department as a whole. And they found that the department violated the rights of residents in the city, including their First Amendment, their Fourth Amendment, many constitutional rights of citizens in the city. And they also found that they discriminated against residents based on race, BPD, so we, and in how we stopped, searched, and arrested residents, particularly in Black communities of the city. And they put all of this in a findings report. So they spent a lot of time interviewing people in the community, riding along with officers and looking through every single piece of paper document that is within the BPD, within every one of our departments and bureaus. And this is what they found, that we were guilty of violating First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment rights, and that we needed to address these deficiencies right away. And the consent decree is everything that we need to do and everything that we need to address to get to the place where we need to be. Are there questions so far? Or anything happening in the chat? If so, let me know and I'll pause.
I got you. Yeah, not yet.
Okay, perfect. So these are all of the areas that the Department of Justice found that BPD was not doing a good enough job to address the concerns of residents. One, was not doing a good enough job policing, and where we were violating rights. These are the areas outlined in the consent decree where we need to improve. Use of force, sex assault investigations, behavioral health and interactions with people in the behavioral health community, misconduct and discipline, First Amendment, and the First Amendment has a lot to do with freedom of speech and protest and how the police are interacting with protesters in the city, as well as a whole host of topics. Any places or areas stick out to you? I know one that sticks out to me is interactions with youth. And so that is what we wanted to focus our discussion on today, the interactions with youth section of the consent decree. And we wanted to give you all some updates on where we're at and what we're doing, because we know that this is a community of particular interest to this Youth Advisory Board. So there are many topics that you've seen that BPD needs to make some improvements upon based on what's outlined in the consent decree. Paragraphs 218 and 221. So it's way back there, but it's not ordered in any sort of importance. But those are the paragraphs that speak directly to youth. And these paragraphs require that the city take the lead in assessing what options are available to divert youth. When I say divert youth, I mean when a youth comes into an encounter with the police, what are the options available to officers to turn them away from the criminal justice system and put them into community-based programs? So that's really the crux of the work and what's happening in those paragraphs. There's some research being done that we spent a couple years looking at where we're at, and then we're trying to put policies into place in this very moment on making all of that research, all of those assessments into reality, and gearing youth more towards community-based programs, more towards alternatives to arrest, rather than any sort of an interaction with the criminal justice system in cases where we can.
Ms. Davis, I got a question real quick. Is the slideshow supposed to be moving to show us what you're talking about?
Oh, no, it's not moving?
It was just still on that home slide. Wow. I mean, but you were explaining it beautifully.
I kind of give up on this slideshow at this point.
That's cool. You got a couple questions here too. I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna stop share from now. There were a lot of pretty slides, y'all. I'm very sorry.
You missed out. Yeah. If you want to email them to me while we answer some of these questions, I can probably see if I can bring it up for you.
I will, absolutely. So I'll stop here because it looks like we want to kind of talk about what's been presented so far. Are any questions I should be highlighting in the chat that folks are noticing?
Yeah, so can you see this one on the screen from Jada Johnson? This journal?
Yes. How do we deal with being most hated by African Americans while being African American? So I think maybe Jada is getting at we being youth and that maybe the youth are not respected, not integrated into the community. And sometimes they feel that coming from elders that are also Black in the community. Is that what you mean, Jada?
I interpret it as sort of like how do we deal with white supremacy, like Black people being seen as less than and treated as less than, even by sometimes other Black people, like Black police officers. Like some of the officers who were involved in the Freddie Gray case were also Black, and some of the officers that deal with like police brutality around the country are also sometimes Black officers. And I think that like one thing to understand is that white supremacy is something that impacts more than just white people. That because the United States is a country that is dominated politically and economically by white people, to live here means that we are all educated and sort of like taught through the media and schools wrongly that like whiteness is superior and that Blackness is inferior. And sometimes we don't even know that we think that way. It happens by accident, where people favor light skin. Like a lot of times Black people will see like light skinned people as more beautiful, or people with straight hair as more attractive. Like those are all ways that like white supremacy just gets into us by accident, even by Black people. And it also happens at work when people sound Black and they try to talk white, quote unquote, at work. And so part of how we deal with that as being Black and like being hated as Black is by teaching people that white supremacy is wrong and that Blackness is not only beautiful, but it is just as good and is just as valuable. It can sometimes be even more valuable in certain scenarios in advancing life. And so it's by teaching people about the value of Blackness and the wrongness of white supremacy. And that applies even to us Black people. So sometimes we need to learn that as well. So I think that's how I would answer that question from Jada.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Jada asked about specifically the intersection between Black people being hated and how that impacts police brutality. And that is very, very observant of you that there are these racial dynamics within police department because of the history of police, right? That the founding of police stems from, if you look in the history books, slave patrols, enforcing slavery, catching slaves and bringing them back south or bringing them wherever, sometimes when they were not even actually slaves, a lot of free Black people. And that led to years later enforcing Jim Crow, that there's a history of policing that really plays out to this day that is really connected to segregation and kind of leads into like why certain communities stay this way and are policed in a certain way and why some are not. And this is something that we talk about as a department that we are looking to teach in community policing training because the community knows this history. It's incumbent upon officers to know it as well, because community members, when they're interacting with police, all of that is coming to the table at once. This history, our recent present, and all of the challenges and what's happening in the popular ethos when it comes to policing at this moment, it all comes up in a very simple interaction. So it can be like, hello, I'm Officer so-and-so, I'm stopping you, and you are being stopped. And there's so many things happening underneath the surface that need to be realized in the moment and that the officer needs to take into account before they get into an encounter, especially when it comes to a youth who need to be even more protected. So hopefully that makes sense and answers your question. And we're working towards that as a department, how to have that common language. Any other questions? Yes, this
Yeah.
session is going by fast.
I know. You see this
Try
one
to
that
wrap
beat
it up.
stuff on the screen? Like, how was it talking about corrupt? Is it just a corrupt loophole or just carelessness?
Yeah, that's a good question. Part of it is structural, right? Part of it is BPD did not have a lot of infrastructure, technology-wise, records management-wise, to really understand and track officers in the way that we should, so that a lot of interactions that happen sometimes go below the radar. And that's what we're building within this consent decree, the ability to understand what's happening on the ground, the ability to have officer support and direct supervision, and to really understand every interaction, not from just what's happening with the officer, but also being able to loop in the community member. If you've had an interaction with the officer, what was that interaction? Was it during a community meeting? Was it during an informal event? And what is the community member's name? Let's call them. Let's see how it went. So that the narrative is not being just set on BPD's end, but that we're building this narrative together and collaborating and partnering in how we want the department to look moving forward. Bill, I don't know if you had anything to add.
No, I think that was great.
Okay, and then I see another question. How do you feel about Black men being incarcerated? I think it's unfair, especially if it stems from a community being looked at more than they should be looked at. Followed, observed, stopped, searched, arrested more than other communities. If everyone is being policed in a very similar way, I think maybe it's different, but we know that it's not always going to be different because race is always a part of the equation. But what the consent decree is really seeking to address is why certain communities are policed more than others and what we need to undo in that so that we don't unconstitutionally police, so that we're not stopping Black men more than other people, we're not searching them more than other people, and that way we're not arresting / incarcerating them any more than any other community member. And so that is the part of the slow work of this decree. How do we get there? How do you guys all still do your roles, even though there's so many negative stigmas associated with the police department? Bill, do you want to go first? I feel like I'm talking too much.
I think you're doing a great job. So that's actually a very good question, because, you know, you're right, there are a lot of negative stigmas about the police department, about the police department being a racist place. And there are other things that also impact me, because like, the police department is also thought of as not only racist, but very macho and like nativist. And not only am I Black and grew up poor and I was homeless for a bit as a kid, but I'm also gay. And so that is not a place that is typically associated with a welcoming workplace where I would fit in and sort of like have a friendly environment and get along with everyone. But I think it's important to, and I live in West Baltimore, one of the most policed areas of the city, right? And my neighbors are targeted much more than most other Baltimore City residents. But I think it's important for me to be in the police department with people like Fabian and others, because the police department is supposed to treat everyone the same. And people like me, people who live in West Baltimore, Black people, homeless people, etc., people with struggling with drug addiction, they're entitled to the same protection and the same safety as everybody else. And BPD has not done a good job so far of making sure that that is true for everyone. But I can help the BPD get to that place of protecting everyone the same, including people like me and my neighbors and my family. And so it's important to me to make sure that I do step up and contribute to that progress. And so that's how it sort of helps me stay in the fight, if you will, and help the police get to where I think they should be.
The next question is, what is your opinion on the defund the police concept, the idea to take away some of the budget from the police department to fund specific task forces to deal with specific cases?
Yes, I want to know about that one. Good question, Beats.
It's a good question. I would say maybe officially, as a department, the Baltimore Police Department, I'm assuming that it's a more complicated answer, and I don't want to speak for the Baltimore Police Department. I want to speak for myself in this role, but I'm here for work. The consent decree requires some investment into the department because the department is very antiquated. There are literally paper documents. You see how some of you are sending emails, you're texting, everything is digital. A lot of things that are happening in the department are still on paper. So someone who will need a policy signed not too long ago would have to go to 30 different people. That paper would touch 30 different people who are signing the document on paper, and that's how we would get things done. It is a very, very antiquated department. And because things were happening in that way, like I said before, we could not track digitally with data what was going on in the department, and we're still growing in that. We're still not there yet. So that requires some investment. The other side of it is that, yes, in a lot of ways, more money should go to other community members to help community police itself, and they can come to the table with BPD as equal partners. That is an idea of community policing, that BPD is just one person at the table. Maybe it'll be the Department of Health, who's the other partner. Maybe it'll be the Mayor's Office of Neighborhoods, where we're not central in public safety, but we're one entity. I think that that's where a lot of the direction we're moving. I think that's where we're going to be in the future. I don't know what the exact numbers of defund will look like versus not defund, but I think irregardless, there's going to be some investments that have to happen at the police department for us to have a modern department. Because at the end of the day, if a police department gets defunded, you're still going to want a police department that's going to tell you how many arrests were made this day and by who and by when, and be able to pull up the numbers like that, or how many community meetings did this officer go to and who did they talk to and what did they say and what was the follow-up? And you're going to want it like that. And we can't answer those questions like that because of some of the investments that are not there.
If I can
add, please.
Mm-hmm. So something to keep in mind is that a lot of what the consent decree is doing actually has the same end results as the defund the police movement, right? So when a lot of people say defund the police, they're talking about we need a holistic public safety environment where everyone is safe, everyone is protected, and everyone is served. And the job isn't to occupy like a military force the neighborhoods, right? Another piece is that the protection should be the same for everyone, and that the police, people with guns, should have a limited role in meeting those public safety needs, and that the residents should decide what public safety looks and feels like in their neighborhood, not just the mayor and the police commissioner, right? So those things, there's agreement between the consent decree, the things that Fabian and I work on, and defund the police. The difference, though, is that in places where defund the police have been attempted or they've even actually happened, it's failed. Like when Camden Police, when they defunded their police department, they abolished their police force and then they brought it back. And do you know what happened? More than 3/4 of the police officers that used to work there were rehired. So it was mostly the same people, right? And there are differences, but I think that people have to really think about what the expectations will be, that the kind of radical change that we all want, the consent decree is a different way of getting there. It is a planned and strategic transition rather than a burn it all down today and then just figure out what happens tomorrow. And in Minneapolis, they tried to defund their police and then it failed. And so nothing happened, right? In Baltimore, because of the consent decree, the court order, a judge says defunding the police is not an option. And so in Baltimore, there will be a police department by law for the foreseeable future. And so our goal is to make sure that that police department is the best it can be and it meets the needs of the residents as best as possible. And so that's really what the work is about, making sure that policing is done as effectively and as equitably as it can be, because there's no other option in Baltimore because of the law.
I'm gonna let Lanita, activist, introduce herself. She wanted to ask you guys some questions. We got like at least 2 more really, really, really good questions in the chat, but I want to let Lanita, activist, go ahead and get her question out.
Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay, because technical difficulties, it was all over the place. So as we all know, I don't trust the police department. Okay, I don't. I don't. That's just my personal preference. That's just how I feel. You know, it is some cool people in there probably. I don't know that yeah, you know, I don't have interactions with them because I stay away. I keep my distance. But you know, my question really is based off of, like, you know, everything that we see on the media and the history about police officers. And I understand y'all really, like, y'all have this plan, but it's so much to having a plan to actually executing that plan. So how will you execute this plan in a purposeful manner that not just only fits the needs of the people and fits the needs of Baltimore, but fits the needs and sets an example for the rest of America?
We should say, what I didn't get a chance to say is that being in a consent decree is less like a plan. It's like a plan, but it's also, imagine being sued. It comes with the heavy weight of the court. So every month, BPD is in court answering to a judge on, are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? Prove it. So over the next foreseeable few years, we will still be in court having to prove that we are moving forward in the right direction. To answer how, I think you said, how will we know this fits the vision of the community, I think you said?
I more so said fits the needs of the people and setting an example for the rest of America.
Yeah. I think that BPD will really need to be transparent, really, in our policies and where we're going, in our training, and do more to involve people as we're writing these policies, as we're training officers, so people can come in and see what we're doing. And we've been building a lot of that this year. We want to collaborate with community members more fully, because I think, like you're saying, unless people see it for themselves, they're not really going to know what's going on and feel like they're involved and they have a say. And the only way to build trust, because you were saying, you know, I don't have trust, is to open the door to that relationship and to be willing to have a conversation, to be willing to, you know, come a little bit closer to one another, so it's less community here and police here, that it's one entity, that these are, this is a department that serves you, really, and you're casting the vision. structurally, we still have a lot of work to get there, and it's very complicated. But I think that's the value that I have. That's what's in the consent decree. And if that's the value that you have, and you're the future of what, activism is going to look like, then I feel certain that, we're gonna get there one way or the other, and we have to, because we're in court, really, So we're doing our best every day. And I don't know, Bill, did you want to add?
I just think so, Lene, number one, that question is so smart. And I want to say that you are right. It is reasonable when someone has treated you terribly for almost 200 years, like the natural thing to do is say, I will not trust you to do good by me just because you say you will. So that is a very reasonable perspective, the way you said it. I will also say that you don't have to just trust us as the police to do better. What we're asking is that you work with us, that you have a greater level of input and control about what these changes look like. And so we talk about sort of like, well, what will the relationship be between police and youth in the future? Because the past has been bad, and neither of us will argue with you on that. We have not done well by the youth in Baltimore. But what will our relationship be in the future? Like the youth who come and say, well, here's the way I think it should be. Like these are my expectations, and here's how I expect to see it in the policies, in the training, in the audits. Like that's how you don't just trust, but you verify. And I think that if people are looking to have more control over what their environment looks like, what their police feel like, what their government does for them, the best thing to do is to get involved and to be a part of those discussions. And I think that is what America really needs, because although we always talk about democracy and everyone having like a role in society, schools are dictatorships. The orders come down from the principal to the teachers to the students. And most of life is not democratic. It is people, usually older, richer, usually whiter people, sending the orders down to others. And what we're trying to do is show that public safety and policing can be different. The decisions can be made at the neighborhood level by youth, by Black people, by senior citizens, by all sorts of people in that area. And that the Baltimore model of police, the future Baltimore model of police, not the past, should be the model for the rest of America. And I think that's something that kids who live in South Baltimore and West Baltimore and East Baltimore, you guys can be at the front of that for all the other communities in the US.
Yo, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do y'all still have time? Because I know we taking y'all over your 30-minute commitment. Because I wanted to give Naeem a chance to ask his question. He joined. Y'all good? Thank y'all so much. Naeem, go ahead. I'm gonna give it to you.
Well, I'm gonna introduce myself first. My name is Naeem Adams. I'm 16 and I'm a freshman at St. Watson High School. For Mr. Bell, of you, like you said, becoming gay and stuff like that. My question to you is, you know, in workspaces, of you being gay, you being looked at in the wrong way or judged in the wrong way of working at the police department. Like, my thing is like, plus like all due to obstacles or being adjusted, like, do you still like feel, I would say, empowered, or like you like being gay, like does it motivate you like to go for more, or do you basically serve your position as well, especially on the equity side? Because I definitely agree with you, because it's like, I feel like whether you gay or not, I feel like people should actually receive the same equality. We all human. We probably different, but we all human at the end of the day.
Yeah, so I would say like my journey has led me to feel very empowered by it. Like when I was in school, so when I was your age, like I was teased and like bullied really because of like the gay, the being like poor and that kind of thing, nerdy. I've always been very nerdy. And those things, like when they would like, when it showed that I was afraid or insecure about it, that gave other people power to control what I was comfortable saying or doing, like how I moved, that kind of thing. But as an adult now and being like out, like when I meet people, often if I have like a one-on-one conversation, I include all that stuff in the first conversation, like showing like, there's nothing you can say about me being Black or me being gay or any of those things that can like diminish my power. I am here for my people, for everyone, but like you like saying names or anything like that means nothing to me. Like that will only make me like drive me harder to support like equity and moving forward. And I think that your identity is something, especially for parts of your identity that you cannot control. What you can control is how you move through the world with that identity. And so, I mean, my perspective is, yes, I am Black. Yes, I'm on the West Side. Yes, I'm gay. Get into it because I am here and I'm here to make a difference. And if you don't like it, then there are going to be some conversations that you may not like, but they're going to still happen because we are moving forward no matter how comfortable you are with me, because I am completely comfortable with myself.
Man, you really on point. Yeah, like you said, like if they got a problem with it, they should keep it to themselves. Cause I'm not even really lie. I got an uncle that's gay. You feel me? Even though when I found out, it didn't faze me because end of the day, we all human. We still the loved ones. You know, I feel like y'all should get treated fairly as well and not be misjudged because you still a Black man. You still who you are at the end of the day. So never let nobody put you down. Be who you are. Proud of you, man.
Can I say,
for running for office? You guys are what we need in City Hall and in the White House for sure.
Can I say this? And that's what Mary Had a Little Lamb. Tell them how it is. Period. Yes, we love it.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. I know we only got a few minutes. Did y'all want to tell people just kind of what might be coming? I know we still trying to work out like some of the logistical stuff, but y'all want to give them a sneak preview of what might be coming, and then you got to give us a jewel. Everybody got to do that, and that's basically one piece of advice that you would want to leave us with.
Yeah, we can talk about what's coming. So BPD used to have a youth advisory board, and we are interested in reviving it. In fact, that's a big piece of why we're here, because we heard that really, if you're going to work with youth, this is the group, this is the crew to really work with. So we want to co-create the board with youth. We don't want it to be just us thinking about what the board is going to look like, how many people should be on the board, what is the board going to talk about. We were hoping to get your input on that. And we're going to have some sessions towards the end of April, beginning of May, to really get that going. We're still working out what the funding will be. We know there are differences in terms of, what this crew is used to getting, but we would love to have your input if this is something that you're interested in, and we will send more details as we have them. We're still working out all the kinks on our end. And so please expect a follow-up email, because we would really, really love to co-collaborate with you and work together. We'll have about 15 spots once it's all said and done. So we'll get back to you with the details. We'll send it through Joni. That's the first thing. The second thing is I actually do want to send my PowerPoint because I worked hard on it. I'm so mad that it didn't show. So I'm going to send it as a follow-up because it has a lot of information on what we worked on this past year, specifically a policy on youth interactions. What happens when you stop a youth? What permissions do you need to search a youth? What's going to happen if a youth is being arrested? How's that going to look differently than when an adult is being arrested? We would love for you to review that and provide your input. And there's also a policy on youth interrogations as well, that we really revamped in collaboration with youth and youth justice advocates to make sure that youth are protected. So I'm going to send that information in a follow-up to Joni as well. If ever there's a moment where you have more questions or we can come back and really dig deep into the details, we would be happy to do that. Just let us know. And then lastly, my jewel or my advice to you is that you have all of the wisdom, and I know you're growing every day, but you are in a position to give advice to other people. So never feel any kind of way about asserting your voice, asserting your power. Your opinions matter. You're intelligent. So I'll wait for your advice to me next time I come through.
Yes, thank you so much. Mr. Bill, we're going to get yours. And we got Tizzy Tay in the comments screaming he wants your email. So I'm going to connect y'all through email. I ain't going to put your email out on live like that, but he's a good guy.
Thank you very
much. Jewel, Mr. Bill, we need it. We know you got something powerful.
I don't know about that, but I would just say, like, people often say, like, just be yourself, like that kind of thing. And I know that when I was a teenager, I did not believe them. Like, I really thought that I'm only going to say what I think people will approve of, what people will accept. And that's how I'm going to get through it. But I will say that once you remove people's ability to shame you, you gain all the power. Like, once you stop feeling ashamed of things that you cannot control, your parents, like their credit or where you live or their addictions or your sexuality or your race, like when you stop allowing other people to control how you feel about yourself, you get more control over your environment and your future. And so it's scary at first, but when you let go, you'll see just how much bigger and stronger you feel just by accepting yourself.
Yes. Naeem, go ahead and go, because TED Talk got to do the mic drop.
I'm gonna hype, but make it quick, because I'm trying to hear what Lene got to say, because, like, you feel me? But my jewel, for all the people that's out there, like, especially this is specifically for Mr. Bill, I would say is don't be afraid to be different, because different is the new perfect, and weird is the new perfect. You're probably who you are that no one knows, but at the end of the day, you still who you is, and you're making, you're actually making a difference with our lives, and we actually stand for your kind as well. So I just wanted to say that.
What you know about our heart, Mr. Bill?
Hey, you getting the heart smiles. Okay, before I get into my little TED Talk, all I want to say is, before we get into the Youth Advisory Board, without questions, without negotiation, I want to hear talk about trauma response team. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Because you can't have it. You can't do anything without it. Nah, I don't want to hear nothing about it. If it ain't going to be talk about trauma response within the police officers, learning and giving them training, 12-week course, I don't want to hear nothing about it. Jot it down. Do what you got to do. Okay? Have y'all talk. Have y'all meeting. Talk to your sergeant. Do what y'all got to do. Cut up the Justice League. Whoever y'all got to do. Let me know. Until then, I don't want to hear no talk about it until we get the trauma response team or a course learning for, officers or officer training camp where they go into the city. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Because you can't want us and y'all don't know nothing about us. Cool? Can we make that happen? You can make that happen on live right now? Cool. Okay. That's all I want to know.
This was not a part of the situation. I'm so sorry, yo.
That is valid. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, because you want to have youth, you got youth out here that's dealing with trauma, and y'all want, have the youth. Y'all don't know how to handle it. It's not going to be fair, But, okay, y'all, welcome to my TED Talk. I'm ending it off with the mic bomb. My TED Talk today is channeling your energy, channel your energy, okay? Respond to, the positive things. Don't be responding to the negative things out here in this world, okay? If it ain't for you, don't respond to it, okay? If it ain't for you, don't respond to it. If it wasn't for you, don't go looking for it, because you're going to start looking for the wrong things, okay? I hope everyone on this live have a great and blessed day. TED Talk ended.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Fabian. Thank you, Mr. Bill. I can't wait to really start to put some smoke in this thing. It's going to be good. We got a lot of excited heartbeats ready to join. So I'll be looking for those follow-up emails. I'll connect you, Mr. Bill, to Tizzy Tay via email. And anybody that wants the PowerPoint, just let me know. I can send it to you once we get it. But thank y'all so much for your time tonight. I can't wait to have y'all back.
Oh yeah, Miss Joni, one more thing. I have to if y'all guys didn't know this, we on the WBAR news article, me, Lene, and Jordan. It's about the witnesses, the youth that was witnesses the murder of George Floyd. If you want the link to the article, you can hit my DM or their DM.
Put it down below. Put it down below.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we do. That's what we do. Okay, you got to talk about it.
Of course.
Yes.
We would love that article.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, y'all. They be trying to hold people hostage. They don't be trying to let nobody go.
Hostage? What do you mean hostage?
I love it. This was great. I'm so inspired and impressed by the leadership and the confidence, just the open minds. What an amazing team. I'm looking forward to working with all of you, with Miss Fabian.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all later. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye, y'all. Take care.
Y'all, great conversation. See y'all. Beat's supposed to be on here. Look, how she went. Yo. Stop it, yo. Beat's supposed to be on here. Beat's talking about he can't get on. I like, yo, how? And I got 4 whole people on here, yo. What is she doing? Somebody let me know. What? Get your mans. Yo, did you just put the fitted on? Did he just put the fitted on?
Cam on like not even play too much. Bye. It's
Mr. Lee.
I haven't
Hi, everybody.
What's up? We ain't seen you in ages.
It's been a whole bunch of stuff going on. We were sick.
man.
I was sick for a minute, and then we were back in Cincinnati visiting family, and then I had a couple, some business stuff going on with my job that kept taking up some after hours time, unfortunately.
Dang, well, good to see you.
It's good to see you guys.
It's cute. Okay.
How's everybody doing
so
here?
crazy, Mr. Lou. I haven't seen you since last year at Bloomberg. That is sad.
That is
It is
very
sad.
sad. And look, Beat's still talking about the link acting funny. Everybody on here.
Everybody's
Can y'all
on
give us
here.
some tech support, please.
Well, you know what I did to get it working? I sent the link to my phone. It was working on my phone. Then I airdropped it to my computer, and I was like, oh.
Or copy and
I mean-
paste it to your.
Safari don't work for me. Put
Oh,
it
it didn't
when you do
work?
your phone. Do Safari on your phone. I look like I'm glitching. Hold up, y'all. My bag. Okay.
I can.
Do it. Then
You
send
see,
it.
you ain't been missing nothing, Lou. You see,
I've missed this for
it's
sure.
still crazy. Tizzy Tay.
It's a simple fact that I had a whole question, Miss Joni, and I joined, and I was in the backstage for a good minute.
You ain't in no backstage for nothing. I
I was
was
in the
looking
backstage
for you.
but it's cool because you're gonna connect me and Mr. Bill together, and Mr. Bill gonna answer all my questions, and yeah, we're gonna connect. Naheem, you already know.
You see?
You think what I'm thinking, Naheem?
Yeah.
You think what I'm thinking?
Black men, y'all slick. Okay, but listen, pause, scratch that. No, because they made a promise on this live talk about they gonna do like a course with the police officers. I don't want them lying, because I'm a hold on. I'm a write a letter. They're gonna be mad because I'm gonna harass their emails. I'm gonna harass them. Don't play with me,
I'm so sorry.
because
I'm so
they made
sorry.
a promise on the live. Matter of fact, let me jot that down in my notes real quick. Y'all go do what y'all gotta do real quick.
Oh yeah, and
This
top of
music.
that, on top of that, Lene, I know you saw me screaming in the comments talking about something. Tell them that I want us to talk about trauma-informed care and healing-centered
I
engagement.
wasn't
You
talking
didn't
about
do
trauma
that?
informed care.
I know what I'm saying. Tell them like we want to talk about
But
that.
trauma informed care is talking about one. You would be talking about the collective, sweetheart.
Where is Beats? Beats, why you not
That's
taking over your
healing-centered
section like
engagement.
that?
We're gonna get into
But
that.
you lucky ain't having this conversation live because Lene has some Healing City stuff to do. Thank
As
you.
you should.
All right,
Yeah,
thank
As I
y'all.
say,
cohort
I'll
two.
get back to y'all.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Beats, can you come on, please? Because we need
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna need you.
It's crazy. There you go.
There he is.
How y'all doing? Yeah.
What's up? Why your face looking all skinny? What you want? An
Yeah.
Android?
It's not working on my computer, so I had to hop on my phone.
Oh my
You
god.
got a blessing. Beach, you got a blessing for a blessing, or you need a double blessing?
Huh?
Do you need a blessing? Because it look like you need a
That thing is squeezed.
Yeah, okay.
Look like you need a blessing.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to share my screen, which is what I was planning to do, but it don't matter. Hi y'all, I'm here now.
All right. Well, I'll see you back. You let me know. Is these ghetto children supposed to be on with you? Or you want me to kick them off?
I mean, they can.
Yeah, I kick them off. I was you kick me off. Okay.
See y'all.
Yeah, they were too.
Bye.
All right, so y'all, my guests ain't acting right. You feel me? Because I didn't hit them up a week in advance and told them that we was gonna hop on the Heart Smiles music channel. Matter of fact, the YouTube channel, and we was gonna have an interview, and then they canceled right before. You feel me? So they're not acting right on me. So I'm gonna take it over because I don't care. Like I'm gonna still get it done regardless. But the next time they come on here, we flaming them. It don't matter. We flaming them.
Gotta hold them accountable.
Exactly. You don't hop on like that on a music track.
See, telling you, that's how it is with people. I mean, that's how it is. I'm not gonna say the name, but he very, very, very known in Baltimore. But we ain't gonna get into that. But yo, shout out to Khalil, cause yo, I remember I was just on my phone, right? One of your mans hit me up. He was like, yo, you think you could unlock this phone? We was talking whatever. You know, I was telling the prices and all of that. And I asked him who referred you to me. It was like a kill. I'm like, yo, that's my man's, but I call him Beats. Cause it's crazy that I noticed the username of like his IG handle because I seen it before. So I'm like, yeah, like Khalil really helped me out. Like,
yeah, bro, of course. You look out for me, I'm gonna look out for you. Like that's just how it is. Family over here.
Of course.
All right, y'all. So right now, these links being ratchet, guests not showing up, so I'm about to take it over. So what y'all want to talk about? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you want to talk about because I'm about to go off on a tangent about a bunch of music stuff, and we about to get straight into it. So yeah. First of all, hey everybody, yo, how y'all doing? Yo, what's up, Naeem? Hey, Mr. Lou. It's been a while. Way too long.
What's up, Beats?
Man,
I'm doing well. How are you?
You see how I'm doing.
Yeah, powering through though. That's good.
Man, Mr. I got to talk to you. Man, Mr. We remember I remember we were supposed to have our little Google Meet like last year.
Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a while. But yeah, it's been a minute, Mr. Lou. Where you been?
Yeah, I've been good. I'm still kicking. I'm getting old, but you know how that goes.
I mean, I'm getting
Well, you guys don't know how that goes. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy your youth while you still got it. That's what they always say, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How have you been, Naeem?
I've been doing good. I can't really complain. You know, I'm getting better with the app development. And you know, today I was just, down in the harbor, did a little news interview. It felt good to be outside again because mind you, I don't really be in an environment of people, just trying to get something done. But now I was out, actually not only representing myself, but representing for Healing Youth Alliance and Heart Smiles. And once again, shout out to Lene at Jordan, because they was there as well, and they really, really they really inspirational to me. That made me wanted to do more. So I really give them props for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Props to them, man.
dude, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah. So today I kind of want to talk about uh, like I want to go over artists, but some of the outlying stuff. So recently, since I want to release another project this year, I've been looking into, okay, how can I get money for the projects that I want to make happen? And so I'm not really too much of a fan of taking out loans. Like it hurts my pockets, I get anxiety, sweat starts beating down like my face. It's not cool. So I found out that you can actually get grants from the government. The Maryland State Department of Arts Council. Yeah, them. So they have grants available for independent artists that you can apply for. Just like for if you have an event, or let's say like a project that you're trying to get done, which would be like an album or EP that you want to put out. So there's ways that you can get started without actually having the money, as long as you're willing to trade your time for it. So I kind of want to put a link to that if I can find it. I think I'll put it on my story and I'll share it with Ms. John. And hopefully you can share it to, some of the other artist type beats. But what I really want to talk about is y'all, and I think it's very, very important that I go over how you can support your local artists. Because me being one of them, like I know exactly what helps me the most. So I'm gonna just spit it to y'all. Like, for the artists that you like the most, whatever artist you like, I'm not saying that you gotta like go to every artist in Baltimore, but for an artist you like, make sure that you're reposting their content. Make sure that you're letting people know about them. If you meet another musical figure, make sure you put them on. Like, you be like, oh yeah, I know such and such from Baltimore. He trying to get it going. I can link you his IG. Like, repost content, network for them, if you feel like it, but spread the word. Word of mouth is really, really good. And just be there for the artists that are in your community. Because if you help them blow up and you help them, shine, of course, it's going to come back to you. Most importantly, reciprocity. There's certain things that you can do to give, and then you can receive back. Yeah, man, like there's so many ways that you can support Baltimore artists without necessarily having to pay for it monetarily. Let's see. I know social media is one of the big ones, but like also giving your artists feedback on like what they're putting out. Like, if you don't like it, tell them that you don't like it, or tell them like the specific reason why you don't like it. Because whatever you don't like about their music, like, they can go back and they can fix that. But if don't nobody ever tell you that, you're kind of trash, let's just put it out there and be honest. Then like, you're gonna keep putting out trash and discard it. So yeah. I just want to put that quick spiel out there, because it's a couple Baltimore artists that I'm friends with right now, where they need some support from the people around them, and they also need to be straight up with them. So make sure, if you know any like local artists that you really mess with, like, strike up a conversation. Be like, yo, I really like this song because of this. I kind of don't like this song because of this. I shared your content on my story or whatever. Just like, when you become part of their community, you help them out a lot. All right, so that's one. Two, has anybody here heard of NFTs?
No.
Yes. What is it? Non-fungible tokens? They're non-fundable. I don't remember what the F stands for.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But basically, NFTs are like, they're like, that really, really old like vinyl record that your granddad has locked up in a safe. That's kind of what an NFT is. Like, it's something that's really, like, nobody else can get it. So the new wave for artists, maybe in like the next year or like two, is going to be that everybody is going to have like an NFT of their album instead of having like a vinyl record.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason people are going to have NFTs is because like people can bid on NFTs, which is something way different from buying like just straight out buying a vinyl record. You can bid on NFTs, and somebody has sold an NFT of their album for $3 million. Like, it's going really, really. And this is just like one. Like, he put one out. He only made one available, and then he had to bid on it, and like, it's going wild.
That's amazing.
Yeah. DJ XLXL said, "Wow, records are really, really good." Yeah, man. Like, I never thought vinyl records were gonna go out of style. Honestly, man.
I definitely agree. But like when you were saying, oh, your music kind of trash, stuff like that. That's how it is. Cause it's like they'll listen to one song, they're like, nah, I ain't listen to the rest of the album, nah, Same thing with cause this like I kind of had the same like thought, a train of thought because I remember like, you know, I was listening to Lil Durk's new album, The Voice, right?
Mm.
I'm like, nah, it's too much melody in this. Like, I don't want to listen to that, right? But when I got into it more, okay, now I start saying, oh yeah, this album go hard, and stuff like that. And with the, I forgot what you said again. It was N something.
NFTs. Yeah.
NFTs. Oh yeah, I think that people should actually use that because you know how people have samples, beats, and things in that nature. So it's like people don't because most you got producers they put beats out on YouTube, but you got popular rappers that use it but don't really pay them for those beats. So I feel like producers like you, I feel like if y'all about to put beats on YouTube, at least get that, cause then it's like if this rapper keep rapping on your beat, but you're not getting monetized for it, it's like he's taking advantage of it without giving you credit. So I
Yeah.
feel like y'all should.
Yeah, bro. I never actually thought of like maybe producers using VSTs, but that might actually become a thing. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense too. Um, DJ XLXL, he said records aren't going anywhere, and I gotta agree. Um, I'm thinking because how it happened, and it's kind of out of the blue, but you're gonna see what I mean. How it happened with taxis is that taxis got replaced with Uber, and now you don't see as many taxis. Like, I would not have hop in a taxi on my life. Like, I'd rather just catch an Uber or like get a ride. But now taxis are very, very rare, and then Uber is something that's like everybody knows about Uber now. So I think it's gonna be the same way with records, where records are gonna become really, really, really valuable. And then NFTs are going to be kind of like the thing to replace them as far as like something exclusive. So, but yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. But yeah, man, like I don't know. The way the game is moving right now, I'm I'm definitely a lot of promising things. Yeah.
You got any words, Mr. Lee? Cause I know you got a lot.
It's for me. It's interesting hearing you guys talk about this stuff because I'm kind of at that age. I know I was making jokes about being old earlier, but I'm definitely getting to that age now where I'm starting to be slightly removed from like what popular culture is and quote unquote what the kids are into. But hearing you guys talk about this stuff and even records in general is kind of one of those things where like we don't have a lot of things anymore that you like physically own, right? Everything's digital, right? All of our media is digital. I mean, even like you don't even have videos or anything. Like when I was growing up, we had Blockbuster, right? Like you'd have to go to Blockbuster and you'd have to actually physically get a video put it in your thing. If the person before you hadn't rewound it, they'd have to rewind. You had to spend 15 minutes rewinding the video. It was really annoying. They had like all these things around that. But there was, I mean, obviously in videos, it doesn't feel quite as special. But when it comes to music, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to an album on a record player, but there's something a lot more, it feels more real, to be honest. Like when you listen to it, it's this very interesting sensation. And then the fact that you own this kind of like piece of artwork that like physically has grooves inside of it that make music, like those things will always make music if you put that thing in it, and it will play that sound. Digital stuff, if something happens to that, it could be destroyed. It could be whatever, demagnetized. But it's interesting to think about that, kind of just the collectible side of it. And then enter these like NFTs. And now there's a digital version of kind of that experience, right? So it'll be interesting to see what that means and kind of how it plays out for the collectability of media in general, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of things that are, and I think that's kind of one of my favorite things to do now, which is like, I'm just interested to see the next thing that's going to get replaced and see how they're going to do it. And then see what's going to happen to the previous thing.
Right.
I'm not necessarily anti-record or anything like that, but just see like NFTs popping up.
DJ XLX.
No, I'm good.
I'm not going to stay here for too long because I'm trying to have you guys just show. But I was I definitely agree. You feel me? And the stuff and we are talking about this. It's like now, like this generation, people like is arguing over credit, or like it's based on a cultural side. Like say example, it's like I can make up the word, I could make up a word, right? And but if another rapper says the word without giving me credit, they popularize it, but the word comes from me. And now it's like people saying, "Oh, that rapper did it," but I was the main one that made it, that put in the light, not put in the life. I mean, put in light, but in life, make it exist. But I didn't get the recognition for it. So I feel like with that note, I feel like if people shouldn't fight over that type of stuff, because like I said, it's based on a cultural purpose. It's like you fighting for words, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like you really fighting just to get credit for a word. But what if you didn't make it yourself? It's a lot of history. Like with the I can't really think of a word, but you get what. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And I'm about to head out. But I love y'all. Be safe. Be productive.
All right, dog.
Work on your goals. Don't sit around and be like, "Oh, I'm bored." I make something happen. How do you think I'm here? Because I make something happen. How do you think I was on the news? Because I make something happen. Like how Lil Durk said, "I've been rapping since 2010. Whoever thought I would win." You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I see. Y'all be safe.
See you, Naeem.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking on that though, that's actually, I think people sleep on that. I want to get back to that, but DJ Excel is saying a lot of cool stuff here. So he said there's a lot of artists still putting out tangible material and selling out the hipster culture, are buying vinyl and tapes heavily. Yeah. You're not wrong about that either. I actually know a lot of music lovers who like their whole wall is like planted with like lines of like CDs or like vinyl records and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something I didn't. Image 20 said NFTs are along the line of crypto. It's an additional avenue, not really a takeover. Huh.
I didn't know hipsters were into the tape culture. I knew about the vinyl, but not tape.
Yeah, I know about the vinyl.
That's
Definitely.
interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't NFTs are using, because somebody mentioned, I think it was DJ XL said it was along the line of crypto. So are you familiar with blockchain? Is that what NFTs are using, like to verify, I guess, authenticity? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I heard about it once. I don't really remember the description, but I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, because he brought up somewhere down there, like the ownership principle, and then how it, as a songwriter, it's good, but as a producer, it's an uncleared sample would cost you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does that uncleared? What does an uncleared sample mean? Do you know?
So an uncleared sample is if I sample Whitney Houston in a song, and I don't clear it with her estate,
Right.
and then like I put that out and I start making money off of it, then they can sue me and take all the money that I made off of it. It's what happened with Juice WRLD on his hit Lucid Dreams.
Really? Like lost it all?
Yeah, like the guy who was responsible for making the the original, he sued him for everything. He didn't
Wow.
off of it, and it was terrible. Juice WRLD still ended up good because he's like a solid artist, even though he's deceased now. But like, yeah, it's crazy how people get ripped off like that. Yeah.
It's got BMI and RMI. What are those?
BMI, I pay quarterly. ASCAP, BMI, and RMI, they're pros. They're like, they get your royalties basically.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to speak on what Naeem said before about credit. And people, it may seem like a little exaggerated, but credit is very, very important as far as music goes as an industry. Like, you got to consider that like new ideas, like people are doing new stuff every day, and new stuff pops like pretty much like every other week. So to be the first one to get it, it's kind of like if you think of music as like a history book, and if you were the first one that did it, then you want your name in that history books
Mm-hmm.
down the line. But if somebody else is disputing that, and there's like a gray area as far as like who actually did it, then you don't get your flowers, and everybody wants their flowers so that they're remembered.
Everybody wants their flowers, dude.
But
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I first heard about NFTs, I was listening to, I doubt you guys listen to NPR, but if I'm ever in the car, I'm listening to NPR instead of jamming to music. But they brought up NFTs in the sense of it being kind of like a new type of art. So, right, they were like one of the first things that sold. I know you guys were talking about that album that sold for $3 million or whatever for the single version of the album, but there was the founder of Twitter sold the original tweet, like an NFT of the original tweet, the first tweet on Twitter, for like a couple $1 million.
Wow.
So he sold an NFT. So now somebody technically owns the first tweet, right? But then along those lines, what's interesting is like Naeem was saying, like if you were the first person to do something in music, like introduce some sort of phrase, right, or some type of thing, whether it's a way of saying something or introducing a new terminology or whatever, you could in theory own that with an NFT, right? Like you could own that instead of copywriting it like we know now, which would arguably be really different and tough. What's cool about the NFTs is that what I understand about blockchain is it's all based on a ledger. Like everybody has this ledger, right? And so if you and I guess we can talk about this a little bit if you want to, but in blockchain, everybody has a ledger, and when whatever a transaction would happen might be like, all right, I purchased an NFT from you, then all of these ledgers get updated and everybody's looks the same. And so what's cool about that is if they all match, that's great. But if one person tries to alter it and say, no, I own this thing, and they change their ledger or something, then there's all these other ledgers that counteract that, right? And say, no, it doesn't work like that. Everybody else's are correct. So the whole idea of blockchain is that you have this like kind of community way of authenticating any of these things. In this case, it'd be the NFTs. But then it makes it really easy to identify what you actually own. You know what I mean? Like if you were sampling something, you could be like, here's the credit, here's my NFT in the sample, and then nobody could say anything about it. It's kind of interesting from that standpoint.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm interested to see, like, since it's a new thing that's being introduced, I'm interested to see
Cardi B owns the car or whatever.
Yeah, like I said,
it's awesome.
for that, and I think a lot of more artists need to do stuff like that. But
yeah, but then like you won't even be able to say it. Like me saying Okur on here, then they'll shut the whole feed down. That's gonna be rough.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how people test the limits of NFTs. And because it's gonna come, and people are gonna try to like put some wacky stuff in an NFT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested just to see what the artist community does toward it, because I'm already seeing it now where producers are like putting sample packs in NFTs. Like they've got like
really?
they've got like a couple samples that they flipped that are like I want to say they're in like the Creative Commons, so it's okay for you to do with whatever with them. And so they flip them, and then they actually no, they create the sample, sorry, and then they put them in an NFT, and so then you'll just sell it to an artist like that, and artists can bid over it. So now it's getting to a point where because this has been coming on for a while, where producers don't necessarily have the law by their side as far as ownership goes. There's a lot of gray lines and stuff where they get like they basically like get the tail end of the stick for anything. So
Really?
I think NFTs are going to be an interesting way that producers are taking back like their rights and all that, and that they'll have proof for that. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. It gives them definitely gives another avenue, like Excel said. For
is there
yeah.
Is there a like where do you buy these? Is there like a marketplace for NFTs, like something out there that?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'll take a look actually.
I wish I know there's like a specific website where you can just find NFTs, like it has a marketplace and all that. But yeah, there's definitely a market for it. But yeah, I'm just I don't know. I wonder like what are the boundaries for like an NFT? That's my because like I'm wondering like if somebody is this gonna be something that messes with like memes? Like is somebody
I
gonna
bet, wouldn't it though? Like that would be the first place.
yeah, like
You know what I mean?
like you make like a really popular meme, it pops off on TikTok, and then after that, like you make an NFT out of that, and then you like sell it to the highest bidder because everybody likes that meme at that point.
You're gonna make $1 million on me. I gotta get in this meme business, dude.
I wonder, like this is really good for the music community.
Oh my god, that I didn't even think about that, but that's really gonna happen. Like if NFTs take off, that will be one thing that does happen. People will be like, I started that meme, I own it.
Exactly.
It made me $1 million.
People already do pictures, so videos shouldn't be like too much of a stretch. And
right,
if you're the original creator, like I remember Elon Musk made like a meme for like Cybertruck, for like the Cybertruck that he put out, and that's how we promoted it. Like he didn't put any actual promotion behind it. He just put a meme out, and then people spreaded it. So I'm wondering if like he like makes an NFT out of the Cybertruck meme, and then sells it to like the highest bidder. Like it's gonna be
probably.
Really it goes. Yeah.
All right. So what would you I mean, if you're gonna get into that, what do you have anything that you can turn into an NFT now in terms of memes or maybe something in your producer wheelhouse or your musician wheelhouse?
Oh yeah. If they're making sample packs into NFTs, then with stems, yeah.
What
Uh,
are stems?
stems are like stems are so to make a beat. There's like you have like a project file, and then the
Hmm.
file is made up of tracks. So like one track is the bass, another track is the hi-hats, another track is the melody. So the stems are those individual tracks, and you just stem.
Right.
So that's not really traceable, and that's why well, you can trace it, but that's why
But I guess if you hold all if you have all the stems, and you can kind of prove that you made it, I guess if you have the individual tracks.
uh, I'm not too clear on that. I probably have to.
Well, I mean, when you so let's say you made like you created a beat and then you licensed it to somebody, you would just give them like the stereo MP4, right? You're not giving them the project file.
Yeah, the stereo MP3
Right.
wave. So the stems allow a lot more creativity. They're a lot more valuable because of that. Because you can
Right.
like just take that finished product and then throw whatever else you wanted to on it.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, as far as what I have, like if you can make a sample pack out of an NFT, he said it's not making it, it's the mix down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to educate myself on that more. But I've heard about that. Yeah. But yeah, if you can make a sample pack into an NFT, then I can definitely make one of my beats into like an NFT, and then put that up there if I think it's really really cool. I don't know. Oh, there's so many good like possibilities for what an NFT could be, man. Like if I make enough demand off my music, and then like I like make 5 NFTs available at whatever price that the oh man, I forgot what they have like this currency that they use to quantify like the amount it's worth. But if I put 5 single albums, NFC albums out there, and I have enough traction, and people like want to buy it, and that's the only place I give them. Like I don't give them like you can buy CDs and stuff like that.
Right.
Like if anybody wants it, the NFT is here, and it's like $10,000 for
That's awesome.
like the base bid. So then you've got everybody wants it, and some people are in the bracket for it. So now they're just fighting over it. It's whew.
DJ XLXL said he has. You can holler anytime. He's got gigs of stems. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. We should. He seems pretty knowledgeable. We should get him on sometime. Maybe in the future we can schedule that. It'd be interesting to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, DJ. So you're more than welcome to come on. You can probably come on right now, or maybe we can get you in next week in the beginning. Then I can finish it off with an interview.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We on. But yeah, man, NFTs. I'm wondering. I need to know the bounds because there's gonna be some ethical stuff that's like gonna be messing with my head. I'm wondering how the dark web is taking NFTs right now.
Man, I have no idea on that front. I mean, I'm sure they're doing something with it. Probably something dark, right? DJ XLX said next week. That'd be awesome. It'd be good to get you on here. I mean, maybe we could continue. I think continuing the NFT discussion in general as it starts to evolve, because I think one of the things for you guys in music and kind of as producers and artists is that being that this is a new marketplace, if you can get in early, like even if you just have get your work quickly over to NFTs, where people that are like, I like this new technology, I want to start using it when I shop for beats or something. If you get in early and you're one of those visible individuals, right? Even if you're not one of like the major producers, but if you get in early, you have much more visibility as kind of as a sales tactic, right? And we lost our friend. But what I'm thinking of, let me see what Excel just said.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it took me off real quick. Okay. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's still fairly unstable. NFTs have been all over the place, to be honest. Yeah.
I figured that.
That's the interesting thing. Like, that's why I said I'm so excited for the future, and maybe the next year or two, because a lot of things are coming out virtually that are still like getting their reins on. Like people are still reining them in.
Right.
Hey, that isn't okay. Um, and people had a lot of anxiety about the artist community moving forward because um, a lot of we're losing a lot of copyright battles. That should be won. Specifically with, I remember Pharrell, he had a copyright battle with one of his popular songs. I forget the name, but basically, it was actually like a really important battle where it dictated, yeah, Happy. It dictated uh, how the courts viewed copyright as far as songs. Um,
What happened there? Did he use a sample from somewhere, or was it the melody of the song, or what was it? You know?
Somebody else made something similar, I think, um, and they sounded the same, and so they basically called out Pharrell for saying that he copied them. I'm like simplifying it down a lot, but they basically
Right.
called Pharrell for saying that they simplified him. So then Pharrell, he won that battle. Like he got what he deserved, but he didn't win it in a way that was beneficial for artists in the future. Um, so
Hmm.
courts dictated that okay, this if it sounds the same, then it is.
It seems pretty vague, right?
Yeah, and for the artist community, that's really, really, really bad considering that was Marvin Gaye's film.
Was that Happy, or was that I thought that was White Lines with Robin Thicke. Was Marvin Gaye's estate?
hmm, I need to look more into it so I can get the specifics because
Yeah, I want to.
I'm
That'll
like
be interesting.
I'm just going off the blanks, but yeah. So the reason that ruling is so bad is because uh, even though he won that battle, he won in the wrong way, and the courts dictated that if it sounds the same, then it is the same, and so that's bad for artists in the future, for where you're carving out Mr. Lou. Really, okay, that might be that's bad for artists in the future where you're carving out like your own sound and you're taking inspiration from another artist.
Right.
And so like if you carve out a new sound, but it has like like little ounces of familiarity with another track, then that's terrible. Because you put all that hard work in and you had no idea of ripping anybody off. But because it sounds the same, it is the same, and therefore you're going to lose that battle.
Yeah, that's interesting. Are you familiar? How familiar are you with any of like the classic rock bands from the '70s, like Led Zeppelin or The Who? Or have you heard any of those names before?
I've heard of Led Zeppelin, not the Who. I'm not too familiar. Besides, I don't know. Like I used to bump Guns N' Roses a little bit. Like
Yeah, nice, dude. The only reason I brought that up is that, well, first and foremost, like most rock and roll songs were like Bayou blues songs, early like African American music from the United States, the blues in general, that they just bumped up the tempo essentially and then added like electric guitars and drum kits and all this stuff. But a lot of it is like old school, like down and dirty blues songs from Southern United States. So that in and of itself, like a lot of rock and roll music was ripped off from the get go, in terms of like who should have actually owned the rights to the songs, the actual like lyrics and the music behind it. But Led Zeppelin also has a song called "Stairway to Heaven," which is probably their most popular song. And like,
oh yeah, I've heard
if
it.
you Google Led Zeppelin, that's what comes up. Um, but they've been in a legal battle with the estate of this other artist for years. Like it just keeps coming back up about the intro, like the intro to that song. And if you listen to the two songs that the people that are making the copyright claim, they are like almost perfectly in sync, like kind of note to note in terms of this intro. But the argument that they made was like there's parts of music that are kind of like procedural, programmatic, if you think about how like arpeggios work or how chord structure works. And so they had this legal battle, and they made this case, Led Zeppelin made this case that even though that they, like, it was very suspicious because this Led Zeppelin song came out maybe like 5 years after the original song. I don't remember what it was called. Obviously, the other person wasn't particularly famous or anything, so they may have just heard it and wrote it. But Led Zeppelin ended up winning that court case, and they won it on like the premise that music has this procedural nature to it, that it's possible that you could come up completely unaware of the existence of another song, come up with something that's very similar, if not the same, from a melodic standpoint.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Music really needs some like clear plaque lines right now.
Some of them. But like what's also crazy is because it's procedural. I mean, I think if you like wrote down lyrics, like the one thing I would say is if you write down lyrics, and I mean even then it's like what should you be able to yeah, Elvis did rip off literally everybody. I don't know that he had an original song until later in his career, but that's besides the point.
My bad. I was thinking of my bad when you mentioned Elvis, I was thinking of how he got restricted to the United States and he was in the side of it. I wasn't thinking of like copyright, but oh yeah, I heard about Elvis doing some mean yeah. But go on.
Like if we start to do NFTs, like can Lil Jon, can nobody say yeah anymore because Lil Jon says yeah, right? Like do you need to have some sort of NFT that says you purchased the rights to say yeah multiple times in a song, right? Or occur like Cardi B? Like at what point is it acceptable? And at what point is it just like, there's artistic license that you're allowed to take with the English language, and there's certain things that are, you can't copyright that, you can't turn that into an NFT.
Well,
I guess if you make up a word, that's one thing, but
I think and that's what this new rapper Pooh Shiesty did. He made up the term. I think he made up the word. I might be wrong. I feel like I'm wrong, but I know that the first time I heard of the word shiesty was with Pooh Shiesty. And now he's like popularized that word. And that's kind of like part of his brand.
Pooh Shiesty. DJ XLXL said, no, you have a 13 second window in terms of 13 seconds that have to match for it to be a copyright infringement. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Okay. Got you. So that's how.
That's interesting that it's 13. It's a like very specific number.
Yeah. 13. Imagine like going 13.5. Jeez.
And then be arguing like, where did the syllable start and where did the syllable end?
But yeah, I think that's fair, to be honest. Like, it's kind of like how YouTube has.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's kind of like how YouTube has, where you can't use more than 15 seconds.
That makes sense.
Of like somebody else's music, without I think you can do music videos. You can do like reactions to music videos and stuff like that, but as far as just using it without somebody's permission,
right?
There's a certain amount that you can do.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I've seen people do some crazy stuff to like use videos. They'll like tint it differently and then like mirror it and then speed it up like 1.2 times. So it's like, it's still kind of, is it the same thing at that point? If you watch it backwards, is it the same video? Who knows? That's hard to say.
Replace all of a ship's parts, you know? DJ Excel said, you have 13 seconds. So
That part makes sense. Yeah,
so as far as
that does make sense.
yeah, and I definitely agree with that. Like I know when I'm like flipping like a sample or something like that, I usually need at least like maybe 15 to like 30 seconds, maybe even more than that, depending on the sample. But for like a good sample, it's like at least like maybe 30 seconds to me. And I'm speaking from like a song, like if
Right.
it's like a singular sound, doesn't matter. But for like an actual song, 13 seconds is like a really weird number to loop. It says slogans can be trademarks, not words. He can't coin.
An English term, yeah.
Slogans can be trademarks, not words. Okay, got you. I think he's speaking of Pooh Shiesty. Is Shiesty? Shiesty is in the Urban Dictionary, but I don't think it's in the actual like.
I think shiesty is actually a Yiddish term.
Really?
Shyster. Yeah, I think so.
Where
Don't quote me on that.
Shiesty come from? I'm curious. Term.
Come on.
Shyster from the German word scissor.
It's German, not Yiddish.
Meaning someone who defecates. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Man, this NFT does definitely.
It's interesting that it's fun to talk about this this new technology, this new wave stuff, because I feel like it's gonna be.
Shiesty?
What'd you say?
Apparently, shiesty is an actual word. See, from what I'm picking up, I'm only seeing it in Urban Dictionary, and then I'm seeing it in like a couple slang websites. Let me see. Shiesty, a real word?
Johnny said shiesty is not a new word.
It's not a new word, but is it? That's the question. Big Kevin Shiesty's not new. I know he popularized it again, so I'll say it that way. If you search the group, Onyx listened to the song Shifty. Okay, got you. And they've used it. Got you. Okay. Yeah, man. I definitely.
I've heard it that way too, Jenny.
We're about to have but just a review. So we've gone over like NFTs. NFTs has been one, and I think that's going to be recurring, like you said. Shiesty.
Shiesty is important. That's going to have to be recurring as well.
The importance of giving artists their flowers. Importance of giving, and that was the same thing with Mariah Carey too, where she popularized like putting rap verses on R&B songs. Like,
oh really?
That era, yeah.
I did not know that about the Funkadelics.
Use the word
Bootsy Collins. You know who Bootsy Collins is?
Bootsy Collins? No, I don't.
Yeah, dude, look him. He's a character. He's actually from Cincinnati, where I'm from.
Wow.
But he's the man. Yeah. He's the funk. He is the original funk master.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Did for this psychedelic for this Funkadelics, did they use twerk in like the same context as we use now?
I don't know.
Yeah, because like the definition that Miley Cyrus gave it, I'm not sure if it's the same. It was not. I didn't say the first. I did not say the first. I said popularized it. And
you're just getting lit up.
I try to get put in the fire.
You got to watch. Everybody on here has to watch listen to some Parliament.
Some Parliament.
You want to hear funk, man? That is the funk.
Gotcha.
That is they funk hard.
Parliament Funkadelics. Yeah, we definitely got to get you on here, DJ. So, man, Funkadelics. Yeah, we went over a lot. Oh man. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this session. 8 o'clock now, man. This has been dope. Like
This has been a good conversation. Yeah.
Mary J. popularized. Was it Mary J. Blige? I just remember I saw like a Genius episode where they kind of gave Mariah Carey her flowers for popularizing it her way. I imagine Mary J. Blige, like she had like a much bigger impact, but I wouldn't be able. I wasn't, born back then, so I wouldn't be able to spit on it like y'all are. All right, yeah, Miss Joni, yeah, we're all done.
Take us out.
Yeah, because I was getting my comment together about Mary J. Blige. Like, yo, Puffy, just real quick, Puffy was the genius behind that and marketed her as like the queen of R&B hip hop. Like, that was his marketing genius. Puffy was just amazing. He was never a good artist, even though he used to try to sing and try to rap. But like his marketing and how he put you out there, yo, he made us like Total. Total can't sing a lick. Not one of them girls can sing nothing. And he even admitted it on the interview. He was all like, yeah, when I first met him, he was like, they wasn't blowing the roof off or nothing, but he liked their attitude and their style. And he was like, they wouldn't stop at nothing. And then boom, blew him up.
Yeah.
The marketing, the power of marketing.
The power of marketing is very true.
This whole session, I'm doing my research so I can come back smarter next time. Most definitely.
Yeah, this was great. Thank y'all for this call.
Was fun.
Thank y'all so much. Yes. And I hope people that's listening, especially people who search about their career, they was picking up some of these jewels and like just taking notes and writing stuff down. Because if you really apply this stuff, you could do something with it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yo, if I had time to be somebody's music manager, what? We'd be on tour right now.
Let's go on tour. I'll be a roadie.
No, I just don't have to manage nobody. If I could manage somebody, that's what I would do. I would take one artist that really want to make it and like, look, the only commitment I need from you is you do everything I say, and I don't want to hear no back talk about it. I don't care if you don't like it or what. You just do it and shut up.
Heartbeats. Hey, man. Like that. Everybody heard that, right?
Yeah, I know.
There's gonna be an artist. There's gonna be an artist that emerges. Miss Joni's gonna represent you, and you guys are gonna tour.
Hey, yo, this is really crazy. I said
this is recorded. This is recorded.
Y'all crazy. All right, well, I'll see y'all
thanks, guys.
next Thursday. This was amazing.
Thanks, Beats. Bye, Miss Joni.
All right, see y'all. Yo, what a great session, yo. And I like them sessions, yo, that like really make you think and really make you like get out of just like artist thinking, but also get into like the business thinking, because that's really what it is, regardless of what side you on, whether you the artist, you producer, or like you a man, whatever it is, it is a business. And these type of conversations are very important so that you can just know more about your business and know more about your space. So definitely shout out the Beats and Mr. Lou for that. Hey, yo, Tay-Man said, can you be my... Hey, Tay-Man, you know what? Yo, if I had time, I would definitely manage you, yo. If I had... I just don't have time. Like, if I had time, yo, what? We would be on a virtual tour right now as we speak, yo. But I'm not even about to get on too much into it. Yeah, XL said you can't have that artist management is a headache. I know. And DJ, that's exactly why I said if I was to manage somebody, like if I had the time, my contract would be so simple. Just shut up. Unless you're doing whatever your talent is, just shut up. I don't want to hear it. Like just shut up. Like once our contract is over or whatever, once I get you to the place where I know I can get you at, then you can have all that, because then I'm stepping back and then you can go ahead. But like while we trying to get there, nah, we just need one head and that's it. We need one person to do the thinking and that's it. One person think, one person rap. One person think, one person sing. That's it. Like, yo, That's my management style, yo. But nah, yo, great session, good session. I'm looking forward to the next ones, yo. But look, man, it's been an amazing, thriving Thursday. I done had fun with y'all. Thank y'all so much for working with us through the technical difficulties and all that stuff that we had earlier. Look, well, not earlier, yesterday, because I really feel like today went a whole lot better, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, we're gonna have this thing down packed soon. But look, I gotta show the video before we go out. I gotta show the video. Bam! Had to show the video, yo. Had to show the video, shorty. Yo, y'all know what I'm about to tell y'all, man. Go be productive, yo. Go be productive. If whatever you about to do, yo, if it's not connected to your goals, if it's not connected to your version of success, don't do it. Just don't do it. And this is when discipline comes into play, because now you got to discipline yourself to do something that's connected to your goals, that's connected to your version of success. And if anybody know reality, yup, calling her out, yo, because reality and money was supposed to be here talking about their goals and what they supposed to do and all this other stuff, yo. No show. Didn't even show up, yo. Crazy. Don't be like reality. Yeah, y'all can screen record that, yo, and send it to her if you know her. Don't be like reality and money, yo. You want to make sure you show up for yourself. You show up for your success. And when you say you're going to do something, like, yo, you just do it and you get it done. But yo, if y'all rocking with us tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow on Focus Friday. You still got some time to get some stuff done. So go be productive, y'all. I'm out of here.